I absolutely adore crossovers. I have ever since I was a kid, having grown up with such classics like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, and Soul Calibur 4. There's just something about seeing two franchises owned by two completely different companies interacting with one another that really activates the neurons in my brain. So it should really come as no surprise that a game like Fortnite, a game that is constantly collaborating with some of the biggest franchises, personalities, and brands in the world, would eventually find itself in my line of sight. I mean, seriously, what other game has Rick Sanchez using the Kamehameha to obliterate Ariana Grande while she's wearing an Among Us backpack? It's really hard to overstate just how much of a triumph Fortnite is in this regard. Whether you love or hate how Fortnite has kind of gradually shifted into being that game with all the pop culture characters in it, you have to show some respect for what Epic Games has been able to pull off. Not only do all the skins they release clearly have a lot of love and care put into them, but the fact that the collab gravy train is still going on this strong after all these years is genuinely impressive. I mean, just this season alone, we got Transformers, Futurama, Jujutsu Kaisen. I said that right? Jujutsu Kaisen? I think that's how you pronounce it. Not to mention the return of the Terminator franchise. That being said, the unfortunate reality of the situation is that not every franchise in the world can get a spot at the Fortnite launch table. Well, kinda. You see, if a game like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has taught me anything, is that you should never say never. As it stands, potentially any property could potentially be added to Fortnite. It all just depends on how well Epic Games is at negotiating deals between certain companies. I know it sucks to hear, but depending on a multitude of different reasons, whether it be legal woes or a franchise being too explicit with its content, some collaborations are just way less likely to happen than others. But that's actually what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. I'm going to be going over some franchises that I feel have a very tough time getting into Fortnite, giving my reasons as to why I don't think we'll be seeing any of these collaborations anytime soon. So, without further ado, let's get started with So, for years now, the Fortnite community has been clamoring for a potential crossover with one of Nintendo's many intellectual properties. While I don't think we'll ever see Mario running around with a golden scar, or Kirby hitting the gritty, as awesome as that would be, there are still plenty of other Nintendo characters that would fit in nicely with Fortnite's gameplay and art style. Like, seriously, imagine how cool would it be if we got a Link skin, complete with a Master Sword pickaxe and a Hylian Shield backbling. Or how about Captain Falcon with a Blue Falcon glider and a Falcon Punch emote? Clearly Epic Games is open to the idea of a potential Nintendo collaboration, seeing as how they tried to make it happen beforehand. Back in the summer of 2021, during the Epic Games vs. Apple lawsuit, a huge document revealing how Epic Games and Fortnite performed financially between 2019 and 2020 was leaked to the public. The document revealed Epic Games' plans to have Samus Aran, the intergalactic bounty hunter from the Metroid franchise, added to the game during Chapter 2, Season 5, which, if you'll remember, was a season entirely dedicated to bounty hunting. It really would have been perfect. Not only would Samus have fit right in with the season's theme, but she also would have been added in alongside other gaming legends, like Master Chief and Kratos. So, why didn't it happen? While there hasn't been any official reason given either by Nintendo or Epic Games, it appears that Sheena, one of the community's most trusted leakers, has the answer. According to a tweet they made, Epic Games simply wasn't able to obtain the rights to put her in the game. Adding on to that, Twitter user flapjack_FN stated that when Epic Games contacted Nintendo about collaborating, Nintendo apparently wanted Samus to be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version of the game, a term Epic obviously didn't agree to. Now, while I can't exactly confirm the validity of Flapjack's claim, or Sheena's for that matter, I'm willing to believe both of them, given the fact that Nintendo has pulled this stunt before. Like, remember when Rocket League came to the Switch, and they included Mario, Luigi, and coincidentally, Samus-themed cars exclusive to that specific version of the game. Well, it seems like after that, Epic learned their lesson. So, there you have it, folks. Because of Nintendo's vice grip that they have on their intellectual properties, we'll probably never see Samus Aran or Link or Zelda in Fortnite for the foreseeable future. Or will we? Look, all I'm saying is that with Chapter 4, Season 4 on the horizon, and all the hints we've been getting that seem to point towards the return of the Cube Cradle and the Last Reality, I wouldn't be surprised if Samus showed up to lend the island a hand. Call of Duty, Activision's premier first-person shooter franchise that you swear sucks and will never be good ever again, yet you always find yourself coming back to it at some point in your life. Admit it, guys, we've all been there before. Over Call of Duty's nearly 20-year history, the franchise has accumulated some truly iconic characters. I mean, off the top of my head, I can name Ghost, Captain Price, Soap, Frank Woods, Alex Mason, and the Call of Duty Zombies characters, like Tank Dempsey and Dr. Edward Richtofen. I love these characters, and while it would be awesome to play as these absolute legends in Fortnite, there's about a 100% chance that this will never happen because of one very specific reason. Warzone. Yeah, you probably saw this explanation coming. Call of Duty Warzone, much like Fortnite, is a free-to-play battle royale game that is quite literally competing with Fortnite for dominance in the battle royale genre. In my opinion, there's no way either Activision or Epic would want to collaborate with one another, as doing so would cut into one another's revenue. And, well, we obviously can't have that, can we? I suppose later down the line, if one of these two games begins to lose momentum in the gaming ecosystem, then maybe we could see Jonesy in Warzone or Ghost in Fortnite. I won't hold my breath though, seeing as how both games are still performing incredibly well numbers-wise and sales-wise. Though, I suppose, kind of like a lot of properties on this list, we'll just have to wait and see what the future holds. Valve Software is easily one of the most beloved, most respected video game corporations of all time. Having been founded all the way back in August of 1996, the company has been a pioneer in the gaming industry ever since the release of their first game, Half-Life, towards the end of 1998. Ever since then, Valve has put out some of the best, most iconic video games of all time, whether that be Half-Life 2 and its sequels, Portal and Portal 2, the Left 4 Dead games, and my personal favorite, Team Fortress 2. Even if you're too young to have ever played any of these games, you've no doubt seen Valve's assets in a variety of different projects. You know that whole skibbity toilet trend going on at the moment? Yeah, that's made using 19-year-old Half-Life 2 models and assets, and is animated in an 11-year-old Valve-created 3D animation program. I think one of the main reasons why Valve games continue to be regularly brought up in conversations to this day is because of how iconic their characters are. Characters like Gordon Freeman or the TF2 Mercs are some of the most recognizable characters of all time. The way Valve goes about crafting these characters' personalities, apparel, proportions, facial features, the dialogue they write for them, and the actors they get to bring these characters to life.
There's like a fat guy running around, and he looks funny. You ever play Dark Souls?
It's all perfect. So when I say that it is a god crime that none of these characters will ever be in Fortnite, I truly mean it. And it's all because Epic couldn't help but get into a dick measuring contest with Valve. Look, I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with Epic Games' online digital storefront, the Epic Game Store. Hell, there's a good chance that a majority of you play Fortnite on it. Launched in December of 2018, the Epic Game Store was created as a way to directly compete with Valve's own digital storefront, Steam. You know, that thing PC gamers have been using to buy and play games for the better part of 2 decades? Yeah, that. The main appeal of the Epic Game Store, other than all those free video game giveaways, is that developers that publish their games on the digital storefront will only be given a 12% revenue cut from Epic Games themselves. This is different from the cut of money Valve takes from games published on Steam, which is currently a 30% revenue cut. So is Valve pissed at Epic for opening up a direct competitor to Steam? Well, no actually. As Valve president and co-founder Gabe Newell stated in a 2020 interview with Edge magazine that competition in game stores is awesome for everyone. It keeps us honest, it keeps everyone else honest. So if Valve is cool with the Epic Game Store, then why don't they think we'll ever see characters like Heavy Weapons Guy or Chell in Fortnite? Well, that all seemingly comes down to the fact that Epic just doesn't like Valve. I mean, the whole reason why the Epic Game Store even exists in the first place is because it's attempting to take a cut of the revenue that Steam generates for Valve, which, if you don't know, is a lot. This whole situation feels like a complete reversal of the Nintendo situation that I mentioned earlier in the video. Just that in this instance, Epic is being the unreasonable ones. Also, this is somewhat unrelated, but it still is related. But Apple tried to drag Valve into their lawsuit with Epic Games, and it was discovered that Epic was apparently mining Steam data for use with the Epic Game Store. So at this point, Valve is probably just ignoring whatever Epic does out of annoyance. Like I said, the fact that we'll never see any of Valve's franchises in Fortnite is a real shame. Me personally, I would kill to see the Team Fortress 2 characters added into the game. I'm definitely not the only one who wants this collab either. The amount of Team Fortress 2 x Fortnite fan art, concept skins, and animations I've seen over the years is numerous, to put it lightly. I'd say alongside franchises like Five Nights at Freddy's and Minecraft, TF2 has got to be one of the most requested collabs in Fortnite's lifespan. Until this one-sided war Epic is waging against Valve comes to a conclusion, it seems that the idea of Team Fortress 2 and other Valve properties coming to Fortnite will simply remain as that, an idea. Hey, so thanks for making it to the end of the video. I don't have a script written up for this part, so I'm just winging it. Like I said, thanks for watching the video. This is the first video I'm making for YouTube with like the sole intent of trying to have like some sort of career on YouTube. So if you like it and you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like button. Did you think any of the franchises I listed do have a chance of getting into the game and I'm just looking at it in the wrong way? Comment below. I have a lot of ideas for more videos that I'm going to be making. I have some ideas where I'm like kind of ranking how well collaborations fit in with the themes of the seasons they were added in, and I also want to make a video going over what happened to the Batman Who Laughs. So again, if any of that sounds interesting to you, you know what to do. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.